Now, this was some bad news that I didn't really want to report until more information surfaced, but a couple of days ago, no surprise in all honesty, in my opinion, the New York Toy Fair 2021 has officially been canceled. Originally, the plans were for 2021, New York Toy Fair was going to have their event May 1st to May 4th in 2021, the summer of this new year. Unfortunately, as it looks right now, with everything going on with the Big V and how things really, unfortunately, like I keep saying, just keeps on treading in the middle, nothing has changed, and they're looking at it going like, well, probably better not to do this. And it was originally supposed to be in February. They pushed it to May. And now they've just said, you know what, forget it, we're just going to cancel it. And that's a shame. Again, New York Toy Fair is probably, in my opinion, ever since the end of BotCon and stuff like that, it really is kind of the biggest day out of the year for Transformer fans to get our first look at newest Transformer product and information and stuff like that. So it was always a big hype part of the year. And they said that, well, we're still going to be moving forward with our Toy Fair Dallas event, which will be October 5th to October 7th, 2021. That's still on track. Well, it's still on track for now, but we'll see what Halloween of this year is going to bring us when that comes around. Again, I don't want to come off as negative, but I just, as a convention organizer myself, and seeing how it comes to coordinating these kind of stuff and planning in advance, I'll tell you this right now, it's not looking great. It really isn't. It really isn't. There's optimism that is always needed in order to succeed in this kind of stuff, but you also have to kind of look at what's going on when you're dealing with the public, and it's just not looking good right now. So Toy Fair Dallas, while it's still on track, let's just say anyone who's planning to go, don't exactly get your plane tickets, and if you did, make sure you could refund them. So that's that. They gave a press release pretty much saying the reason why they didn't want to open up again because of the issues with the Big V, and they want to worry about the safety of their exhibitors and buyers and all the 60 plus countries that come to gather for this event and the 400 different toy makers. All understandable. 200%. It's exactly as it should be, in my opinion. We're just not ready yet for any kind of conventions. I can't stress that enough. And Hasbro's just going to have to, for our Transformer world, they're just going to have to stick to what they've been doing before with Hasbro Pulse and the Fan First Fridays and the Transformer Tuesdays, or however you want to label it, like, I don't know, like there's so many different titles you could put for it. How about, I don't know, Cybertron Saturdays or something. Anyways, point is that we're going to have to just kind of deal with it for now, and there will be other platforms in order to show off their product, and we'll eagerly be there to watch those streams and enjoy it. And I mean, the only good news that really comes from all of this, in my opinion, is that the Jarvis Center, which is the huge convention center where New York Comic-Con is and where Toy Fair is done primarily, for years, because it's always been the hotbed of where conventions and shows and where all that space has been used, they never really have time to do anything because it's always being used all throughout the year in New York. Now, because of the big lull, because of there's no conventions being run, there's no shows, there's no exhibitions being done, no car shows, no nothing. That giant building is empty. They've taken the time to use this space and use this time to actually do an expansion and a new construction to the Jarvis Center to make it even bigger and better, to fill the needs, because even New York Comic-Con is starting to shape up to be even bigger than San Diego Comic-Con, as crazy as that is to sound. So they're starting to expand and make it larger, and so there is kind of a silver lining in this, is that when they plan to come back to New York, which according to them, they said here, we plan to hopefully be back in New York for 2022, February 19th to the 22nd, they'll have the newly constructed and expanded Jarvis Center to work with. So at least that's that's one of the good things, at least, out of all of this, is that we're going to have, a larger convention center for that. As it partakes to everything else going on in the world, we shall see. Again, I'm trying to be optimistic in this, but it's not looking good. And again, I'm on the inside of that stuff and seeing what's going on, and it's just making me like scratch my head, going like, oh boy, I don't think it's, honestly, the what they're saying here, where it's like, hey, we'll see you in Dallas, that's still on track in October. Okay, but keep that in mind. October, already almost the end of the year for 2021, and even me, I'm going like, we'll see. Just to give you an idea, we got out of 2020, but it's not over yet, boys. It's not over yet, girls. Let's just try to stay safe, keep together, do your thing, and more importantly, take care of yourselves, everyone.